The Towering Inferno is a 1974 American disaster film directed by John Guillermin and produced by Irwin Allen. The movie depicts a catastrophic fire in the world's tallest building and the heroic efforts to save its occupants. Plot: architect Doug Roberts, played by Paul Newman, returns to San Francisco for the dedication of the Glass Tower, a mixed-use skyscraper that he designed for developer James Duncan, played by William Holden. The tower, 1,688 feet, 515 in meters, tall and 138 stories, is the world's tallest building. During testing, an electrical short circuit starts a fire on the 81st floor after another short occurs in the main utility room. While examining the latter short, Roberts sees the wiring is inadequate and suspects that Roger Simmons, played by Richard Chamberlain, the electrical subcontractor and Duncan's son-in-law, cut corners. Roberts confronts Simmons, who feigns innocence. During the dedication ceremony, Chief of Public Relations Dan Bigelow, played by Robert Wagner, turns on all the tower's lights, but Roberts orders them shut off to reduce the load on the electrical system. Smoke is seen on the 81st floor, and the San Francisco Fire Department is summoned. Roberts and engineer Will Giddings, played by Norman Burton, go to that floor, where Giddings is fatally burned pushing a guard away from the fire. With the dedication party now in full swing in the tower's promenade room on the 135th floor, Roberts reports the fire to Duncan, who is courting Senator Gary Parker, played by Robert Vaughn, for an urban renewal contract and refuses to order an evacuation. SFFD Chief Michael O'Halloran, played by Steve McQueen, forces Duncan to evacuate the guests from the promenade room. Simmons admits to Duncan that he cut corners to bring the project back under budget and suggests other subcontractors did likewise. Fire overtakes the express elevators, killing a group whose elevator stops on the engulfed 81st floor. Bigelow and his girlfriend Lori, played by Susan Flannery, are killed when another fire traps them in the Duncan Enterprises offices on the 65th floor. Lysolette Muller, played by Jennifer Jones, a guest and resident of the tower being wooed by con man Harley Claiborne, played by Fred Astaire, rushes to the 87th floor to check on a deaf mother and her two children. Security Chief Harry Jernigan, played by O.J. Simpson, rescues the mother, but a ruptured gas line explodes, destroying the stairwell and preventing Roberts and the rest from following. They traverse the wreckage of the stairwell to reach a service elevator that takes them to the 134th floor, but the door to the promenade room is blocked with hardened cement. Roberts uses a ventilation shaft to reach the room, while Lysolette and the children stay behind. As firefighters begin to bring the fire under control on floor 65, the electrical system fails, deactivating the passenger elevators. O'Halloran abseils down the elevator shaft to safety. As firemen ascend to free the blocked door at the promenade room, another explosion destroys part of the remaining stairwell, blocking the last means of escape from the upper floors. After the stuck door is freed, reuniting Lysolette and the children with Roberts and the others, Simmons tries to escape down the stairwell, but is blocked by flames and retreats. Meanwhile, Claiborne reveals his true identity and intentions to Lysolette, who says she does not care and still wants to be with him. An attempt at a helicopter rescue fails when two women run up to the aircraft. The pilot tries to evade them and crashes, setting the roof ablaze. A Navy rescue team attaches a breeches buoy between the promenade room and the roof of the adjacent 102-story Peerless building and rescues guests, including Patty Simmons, Duncan's daughter. Roberts rigs a gravity brake, fall arrest, on the scenic elevator, allowing one trip down for 12 people, including Roberts' fiancée Susan Franklin, played by Faye Dunaway, Lysolette, and the children. An explosion near the 110th floor throws Liselette from the elevator to her death and leaves the elevator hanging by a single cable. O'Halloran rescues the elevator with a Navy helicopter. As fire reaches the promenade room, a group led by Simmons attempts to commandeer the breach's buoy, which is destroyed in an explosion, killing Simmons, Senator Parker, and others. In a last-ditch strategy, O'Halloran and Roberts blow up water tanks atop the tower with plastic explosives. Most of the remaining partygoers survive as water rushes through the building, extinguishing the flames. Claiborne, in shock upon hearing of Liselette's death, is given her cat by Jernigan. Duncan consoles his grieving daughter and promises such a disaster will never happen again. Roberts accepts O'Halloran's offer of guidance on how to build a fire-safe skyscraper. O'Halloran drives away, exhausted. About the film, The Towering Inferno, 1974, directed by John Guillermin and produced by Irwin Allen. The screenplay was written by Sterling Silliphant. The film is based on two novels, The Tower by Richard Martin Stern and The Glass Inferno by Thomas N. Scorja and Frank M. Robinson. The casting of the film includes Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, William Holden, Faye Dunaway, and Fred Astaire. The filming of The Towering Inferno was a massive undertaking, involving intricate sets and special effects to realistically depict the catastrophic fire. Principal photography took place at 20th Century Fox and Warner Brothers Studios, with a notable collaboration between the two studios, which was rare at the time. The film used extensive miniatures and practical effects to create the towering skyscraper and the inferno that engulfs it. The music was composed by John Williams, who was already gaining recognition for his work in film scores. Williams' score added to the tension and drama of the film, complementing the intense action scenes and emotional moments. The Towering Inferno was released on December 14, 1974. The production budget for The Towering Inferno was approximately $14 million, a significant investment at the time. The film was a major box office success, grossing over $116 million worldwide. Critically, The Towering Inferno was well received. It was praised for its special effects, star-studded cast, and thrilling storyline. Critics lauded the performances of Steve McQueen and Paul Newman, as well as the film's ability to maintain suspense and excitement throughout its lengthy runtime. The film received multiple Academy Award nominations, winning 3, including Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, and Best Original Song. The Towering Inferno is considered one of the quintessential disaster films of the 1970s. Its success paved the way for future disaster movies and solidified the genre's popularity. Overall, The Towering Inferno remains a landmark film in Hollywood history, known for its grand scale, technical achievements, and impact on the disaster film genre. 10 interesting facts about The Towering Inferno 1974 movie. 1. The film was a rare collaboration between 20th Century Fox and Warner Bros., sharing production costs and profits. 2. Oscar wins. It won 3 Academy Awards for Best Cinematography, Best Film Editing, and Best Original Song, We May Never Love Like This Again. 3. 1,000 real firefighters were used in some scenes to enhance authenticity. 4. During filming, an actual fire broke out on one of the sets, and Steve McQueen found himself briefly helping real firefighters put it out. One of the firefighters, not recognizing McQueen, said to the actor, "My wife is not going to believe this," to which McQueen replied, "Neither is mine." 5. The film was the inspiration to novelist Roderick Thorpe for his 1979 book Nothing Lasts Forever, which eventually was made into the film Die Hard, 1988. 6. Paul Newman did most of his own stunts, including climbing up and down the bent stairwell railing. 7. Desperate to capture a truly surprised reaction from the cast, Irwin Allen actually fired a handgun into the ceiling without warning the actors, who were understandably surprised. The trick worked, and he got his shot. 8. Steve McQueen suggested Clint Eastwood, Jack Nicholson, and Robert Redford to be his co-lead. 9. Paul Newman and Steve McQueen were paid the same, $1 million and 10% of box office each. 10. Released in the same year as the disastrous Joelma building fire in Sao Paulo, Brazil, on February 1, 1974, in which 179 people died and was caused by the same reason seen in the film: defective wiring in an air conditioning unit.